Hey, yeah. So what I'm going to do is show you about social media marketing, how you can generate a list, how you can generate a following, how you can drive traffic to your opt-in page or your landing page for an affiliate product, or maybe even your own product, and sort of basically how to market yourself through Facebook and also through Twitter. And this model generally applies to most social media sort of like networks. So as we all know, Facebook, the second biggest website in the world. Google is first. To put it into perspective, 500 million users, and more even, are on Facebook. That's just under about 10% of the whole world population is active on Facebook. Okay, so that's a lot of people that you can market to. So first things first, on people's profiles or on your own profile, sometimes even on the home page, you'll see down the right hand side we have adverts. Now these adverts are pay-per-click adverts, which is also used in Google, which means that you pay as an advertiser every time someone clicks on your ad. Now the best thing about Facebook is you can market your adverts specifically to the exact people that you need to market them to. Because your Facebook contains quite dangerously so much information about you, all your interests, you've got all your statuses that you've included maybe keywords in and things like this. These adverts can appeal to you, and when you actually create an advert through the Facebook advert sort of when you actually create an advert through the Facebook platform, you can target the exact sort of people that you need to target based on sort of certain things. So what we're going to talk about today is foreign exchange, because I know a little bit about it and I can sort of show you some great examples of how it works. So as you can see down here on the right hand side, we have an advert about social media marketing, which funnily enough does appeal, and of course we're talking about right now. We have one here which is a bit strange. This is what I would actually call bad marketing. This is sort of something called Rachel's official fan page. Basically the title and the description tells me absolutely nothing about who Rachel is. The image is of sort of like, it looks like she's cooking or something, I don't know, but either way it doesn't appeal to me. It probably never will appeal to me, and I'm not going to click it, although I probably will after this advert because I'd like to see what it is, but generally it doesn't appeal to me. We've also got one down here about Forex, which funnily enough appeals to me, and Michael McIntyre, who's actually my favourite comedian. So these are adverts which are appealed to me. Now if you click on the create an advert, it will take you across to this page, and this page is the platform in which you can publish your adverts as an advertiser. So as you saw then, you've got a title, a description and an image, and you sort of go through the steps here. I'm not actually going to go through it all, and you can create an advert which will then have to be approved by Facebook, so please make sure that it's it contains decent images and things like that, and you can then link pretty much wherever you want. You can link to an opt-in page, you can link to your own product, you can link to an affiliate sort of like landing page for a product. You can also link into Facebook itself, and you can link to groups, which I'm also going to show you in a minute. So that's sort of like, this is the platform on which you can create your adverts, and they can be appearing in the right hand column sort of within the hour, obviously depending on when you actually submit your advert for approval. Now obviously this is the sort of the expensive option, as it may be, because you could pay, depending on what you're targeting, anything even above $1 a click, which means that every time someone clicks on your advert it's going to cost you $1. So you have to sort of like budget this into your strategy of whether it's the best thing to do or not. But to be honest, if you want sort of like quick traffic, then it's one of the best options. And once you find a campaign and you optimize it so that you're not spending too much money and you're making more than you're spending, then it's a good campaign. You just have to then make sure that you make more than you spend, and keep increasing that gap. So let's talk about Facebook groups, which I sort of briefly mentioned. Now you need to position yourself as authority. Okay, so you need to sort of show people that, look, this is what I can provide you, this is what I'm giving to you, now buy from me, more or less, which is what you do with your email lists. Okay, you need to give them good content, you need to show them that you know what you're on about, and then they will build your trust. So as I was saying, we're talking about foreign exchange trading. So over here I've just found a random sort of like group on Facebook for forex trading, and actually the first page I landed on was this one here, which just says info. And you notice here we more or less have an advert built in, and of course they're not paying anything, and it says here introducing our free 3-day forex training program. They have a URL in here which isn't actually clickable, but obviously you can copy and paste it, and they have sort of like a big detail about what's involved, and there is a clickable URL over here. But let's head across to the wall. Now here you can see on the 9th of December, which was only a few days ago, they've actually posted another link here, which is sort of like sending them to their page where they're giving away this training course, and they've got your information and they're selling to you in the future. So I'm sure you can begin to see how this works. And already, I'm not too sure how old or new this group is, but considering they've only just posted a little while ago, it makes me think that this group's probably new. And they've got nearly 500 people here which are liking this topic. Now this means that every time the owner behind forex trading posts, it will appear on your news feed, if of course you have liked that page. So it's more or less you're sort of saying to people, here, look, here's a post, here's my URL, click it, go through, buy my program, or click it, go through, sign up. So I'm sure you can begin to see how this is unfolding. So the more and more you give away decent information, the more people are attracted to your offers. You're building trust, and you're basically sort of building a list inside Facebook. So that is basically Facebook marketing. There's so many different options, but this is one that I personally have found really successful. The hard part is driving people to your group, which I know is fairly important, but with a little bit of paid advertising and even some article marketing and typical sort of like traffic techniques, which we're talking about in other videos, and generally driving traffic to your page. Now a lot of people will go on Facebook because they feel as if Facebook is a trusted website. Facebook holds the authority, so if you're linking directly to Facebook, people aren't going to be scared to click, okay, and they're not going to worry about being spammed to death by everything, because they're on a platform that they trust. So like I said, this has worked for me, so why can't it work for you? So let's talk about Twitter. Let me just sort out my screen because it's dark, it dims it for me. Right, that should be better. Right, now let's go across to Twitter. Twitter is sort of, you basically work on the same platform as Facebook. There is no advertising on Twitter, but to build followers is fairly straightforward. If you set up an account, let's talk about Forex again, and your nickname is, for example, Forex Trading, and you start to post informative tweets, so you're giving people content, or you're just generally giving out cool information in your tweets and things like that. Start looking around for people that are also mentioning Forex. Okay, so you go into the search bar and you'll type in like foreign exchange, and you should see all sorts of, in fact let's just try this now. Let's just type in Forex into the search bar, and you'll see here we have people mentioning Forex. Now this looks like someone just spamming the hell out of the platform actually, but look, you can see here, I need the best Forex trading signal, which one can you recommend? There you go, add him, follow him, because it's more than likely that these sort of people are going to follow you back. As soon as they see that you've sort of started following them and that you're giving out decent information, I can guarantee you that once they know that you're giving out that good information, they're going to follow you back. Okay, so that was just a simple search. We've got 333 more tweets mentioning Forex since we started searching about 15 seconds ago. Do you see what I mean? And it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And just keep looking through and finding 351 more, and finding these people who are interested in this target subject. The other way that I was going to talk about very quickly was forums. Warrior Forum, again, my great example. Signatures, and signatures. Okay, in your signatures you can have links. You can have links on all sorts of different forums. Again, I don't really know if this sort of counts as social media marketing. I mean, a lot of it is very social because technically, you know, a web forum like this, you know, is full of people interacting, so it's social. So you can have links in there, and you can pick up people who are interested in certain things. You can then, for example, direct them to Facebook, which they trust, and because they trust that, they're more likely to sort of like trust you, because it's not just some website which could be stealing all their details and things like that. So that is sort of social media marketing in a bit of a nutshell. I hope I've given you something to think about, especially the creating Facebook groups. There's lots of other sort of little techniques you can use, but once you've started, you just need to sort of rinse and repeat. So the more people that you've sort of collected as followers or as subscribers, just sort of please give them decent information, okay? Because if you don't give them decent information, you're not going to get anywhere with them. You need to, you know, look after these people, because, you know, before you started internet marketing, I'm sure you were interested in things. You know, I'm sure you still do have different hobbies which are totally non-computer related. You know, what if you're interested in you know, gaming or something like that, and you know, you join a group all about gaming, and someone all of a sudden starts, you know, spamming you with all sorts of crap, you're just gonna ignore it, aren't you? And you're just gonna dislike them, click close, and you'll never ever talk to them again. And now if that was you behind that gaming group, you've just lost a potential customer who in the future could make you 10, 20, 100, thousands of dollars. Okay, so just please give them good information. So I hope that's helped you out, and I hope I've given you something to think about. That is social media marketing.